When you're doing one of those engagements, and we may have, the case would come up for Minitab where we say we want to try a set of features on some new technology, let's say Azure or something. And we have some Azure developers, but inside our developers are focused on delivering product. So when we want to try something out of band, we need to draw on Wintellect for that. When Wintellect gets involved to estimate, to participate, they need to understand clearly the requirements of the project. They need to understand where we've been and what we're bringing into this, and that's necessary for knowledge transfer at the end. And they also need to know something about where we would be going with this, because that's going to affect the architecture. So typically what we do is 1, 2, 3 day architectural design session, and that really starts out with a lot of discussion around this background and requirements of what we're trying to offer. At the end of that first day, sometimes we're rolling into where do you want to go with this, and they're really setting up the need to understand what do I need to build to deliver something that meets the goals of the customer. More importantly, though, it's a great opportunity to have set up the initial dialogue and discussion. They know our developers, we know them, we know the kind of questions. We talk about process. Are we going to do 2-week sprints and do a Scrum process? Whose source control will this be kept in? All of those details are outlined in those first couple of days. We come up with an architectural plan, and then at the end of that, we've had enough communication where we understand the things that Wintellect needs to know to bid the job and participate as a project team at Minitab, and they understand from us clearly what we want to have delivered. From that point, there's a period of a week or two. We might have a few questions back and forth by email and an estimation period. So at the end of that period, I'll get back an SOW, and that is very specific about here's how long it's going to take, here's how we will engage, here's who we need on your side, here's where the code is going to go, here's what the delivery is going to look like, here's what the handoff will look like. The goal of that from both their Wintellect side and Minitab side is understanding each other and having, we call that managing expectation, but it's very much just about sort of resolving any impedance mismatch on impedance issues on communication.